Something is brewing in Chicago, and it's happening quietly right before the trade deadline. The Bears front office is pulling strings that most people aren't even noticing yet. These aren't flashy superstar names, but sometimes the moves that look small on day one end up changing a season. And today, 3 new players are officially in the building. Before we dive into the details, if you want the fastest and most trusted Bears updates, make sure you subscribe, hit like, and press the bell icon so you never miss breaking news. Alright, let's get into it. The Bears have made 3 roster additions: a veteran edge rusher, a veteran tight end familiar with this system, and a defensive back from right here in the Chicagoland area. General Manager Ryan Poles is moving steady ahead of the deadline, not chasing headlines, but filling depth with purpose. Some fans think he's too cautious, others believe he's playing the long game. Whether he's on the official hot seat or not, the pressure from this fan base is real right now. The first signing is defensive edge Jonathan Garvin, coming in on a practice squad deal. He's not a stranger to the NFC North. Garvin spent 3 seasons with the Green Bay Packers after being drafted in 2020, and more recently spent time with the 49ers in preseason and on their practice squad. He's 26 years old, 6 feet 4 inches, 257 pounds, and if you watched him in college at Miami, you know he was a force there. Chicago has already brought him in for workouts twice, so clearly there was interest. Now he finally gets his shot. Stay with me, more signings ahead in the next sections. Garvin fits the exact physical mold defensive coaches love on the edge: tall, heavy, and explosive. He stands over 6 feet 4 inches, weighs more than 250, and brings the kind of length and power that can disrupt plays even when he's not making the tackle himself. His NFL numbers may not jump off the page yet: 32 tackles in 37 games, 17 of them solo, plus 1.5 career sacks. But there's a twist: that sack came against the Chicago Bears. Now the same player who once got to our quarterback is wearing our colors. Football has a funny way of circling back. His college resume tells a different story, a much louder one. At Miami, he was productive and disruptive: 106 career tackles, 12.5 sacks, 29 tackles for loss, 33 quarterback hits, 5 pass deflections, and 8 total forced or recovered fumbles. He flashed real impact when he was on the field. This signing also lines up with the timing. Austin Booker is now on the 53-man roster, while Dominique Robinson is sidelined for weeks with a high ankle sprain. Chicago needs another edge they can keep ready on the practice squad and elevate when needed. Garvin is that insurance piece. Now the question becomes simple: can Chicago unlock the version of Garvin that Miami saw? If they do, this quiet signing might look very different in a few weeks. Stay with me. Before moving to the next new face in Chicago, let's pick up where this roster story continues. The second signing is defensive back Dallis Flowers, and there are 2 reasons this one matters: he brings experience, and he brings hometown pride. He's a Chicagoland native, and now he gets a chance to suit up for the team he grew up around. This move arrives at the right moment. The Bears' secondary is beaten up. Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon are both on IR, Tariq Stevenson is dealing with a shoulder issue, and multiple depth corners have struggled when given snaps. The room needed stability and someone who has actually played real NFL snaps, not just preseason reps. Flowers checks those boxes. He's 28 years old, stands 6 feet 1 inch, weighs 196, and entered the league as an undrafted free agent out of Pittsburgh State. He has appeared in 23 games with 5 starts, all with the Indianapolis Colts, and also spent time with San Francisco as a practice squad member. Across those snaps he recorded 38 tackles, 30 solo, plus a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and 3 pass deflections. He's not a star, but he is reliable, physical, and familiar with the demands of NFL defenses. Given the current state of the cornerback group, adding someone with real game experience and local roots is more than just a depth move, it's a stabilizer. Stay with me, the third signing is up next. If Flowers isn't just a body added to fill a jersey, he already understands the speed and violence of NFL football, and that matters for a defense trying to regain momentum. The Bears hit a bump against Baltimore, and until this unit is fully healthy, they need someone who can step in without hesitation. Flowers brings that readiness. He also contributes beyond coverage. He has real value on special teams, something Chicago relies on when depth is tested. At Pittsburgh State, he was a serious weapon in the return game: 17 kick returns for 573 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 98-yard score. His athletic profile matches what his tape shows: a 4.34 40, elite explosion in the broad jump, and the length to contest throws. On defense, his final college season showed his instincts: 21 tackles, 4 interceptions, 10 pass deflections, plus the ability to shoot downhill on blitz calls. He plays with the same mindset Chicago values from guys like Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker: aggressive, fast, and disruptive. And just as that signing settles, the Bears also made another move, a familiar one. Tight end Stephen Carlson, who began his career with the Browns and has bounced on and off Chicago's practice squad over the past 3 years, is now officially back, this time on the 53-man roster. Stay with me, more ahead. The move to bring back Stephen Carlson isn't random, it's connected to the injury situation at tight end. Cole Kmet has been dealing with a back issue that started against the Saints and kept him out versus the Ravens. It's starting to look more serious than the team initially hoped, so depth at that position became a priority. Carlson makes sense because he already knows the Bears' playbook and coaching style. He's been here before, part of training camp, preseason, and even stints on the practice squad earlier this year. Now, at 28 years old, 6 feet 4 inches, and 248 pounds, the former Princeton standout is back on the 53-man roster. He's not flashy, but he's reliable, a physical blocking tight end who can line up like a fullback and clear lanes for the run game. That versatility gives Chicago flexibility. It lets the other tight ends, like Cole Turner and Gerald Everett, stay focused on the passing attack while Carlson handles the dirty work in the trenches. And don't mistake him for being just a blocker. Carlson can contribute as a receiver when called upon. 28 career games, 7 starts, 6 receptions for 62 yards, and a touchdown back in his rookie season. He's shown flashes in preseason too, finding the end zone 4 times over the past 2 summers. This signing quietly strengthens the offense, giving Chicago someone dependable while Kmet works his way back. Stay with me, we're not done yet. Carlson also graded well as a blocker, earning above a 65 PFF blocking score, proof that he's more than just a body filling space. His strength at the point of attack makes him valuable in those heavy packages Chicago has used recently, especially in games against teams like Baltimore and New Orleans. He steps in as someone who can play immediately without needing weeks to adjust. This is now his 3rd time with the Bears, which says a lot. The staff trusts him, he understands the culture, and he has already worked under this system on both offense and special teams, including special units for field goals and extra points. Bringing back someone who already fits the locker room matters, especially after a tough loss. As for Ryan Poles, people will have different opinions, but the roster he has built is competitive, even with all the injuries stacked against it. There is frustration, of course, especially with how frequently this team gets banged up. The decision to promote from within the training staff after a year filled with injuries will naturally raise questions. In today's NFL, medical support is advanced. Players shouldn't still be set back at the rate they are. Even so, the core of this roster is strong, and these quiet mid-season additions show the front office is not sitting still. There is still belief in this group, and the moves being made now are meant to keep this season stable while key starters return. Stay with me, more breakdowns are coming.